Welcome back to the Gobby Gaffer. Oh, just a second. Oh, head physio. Hello Cameron, what can I do for you? Okay, he's broke his what? Okay, leave it with me. Hiya Chris. We need a new goalkeeper. Can you get on it? ASAP. Well, that happened a few weeks ago. Obviously, losing my main goalkeeper, bit of a disaster. We did have to work very quickly and sign a new one. We also brought a couple of new midfielders in as well. Let's have a look what's been going on. So after the last game that we watched, which was the Ebbsfleet game, a 3-2 win in that one, but very, very narrow, conceded 2 goals. And as you can see here, we cannot stop conceding goals. Our defence is not very good at all. Fortunately, most games we are managing to outscore the opposition, although we did get knocked out of the FA Trophy in the quarter-final by the bottom club in the National League at the time. A 3-2 defeat. Their final goal, their third goal, came in the dying seconds. Not great. I wasn't a happy chap. I thought with Chesterfield being out of that competition, we could have easily won that. It wasn't to be. But anyway, let's get back to the fixture list. So Eastleigh, a 2-1 win in that one. All of these results are all very, very narrow. You remember Tyrese Sinclair? Scored 6 goals in one game. We could have done with saving some of those goals for, well, the weeks that have just gone by. Because at the moment, Tyrese Sinclair can't hit a barn door with a banjo. It's very, very odd seeing him heading the ball and it not going in the back of the net. It goes anywhere. Rose head, it goes 12 feet round the post. I mean, he just can't hit a barn door with a banjo. But anyway, so we had the 2-1 against Eastleigh. Then we had 2 fairly disastrous results against Oxford and Woking. Conceded in both those games, but could only score 1 goal. 2 1-1s. Got knocked out of the FA Trophy by, like I say, still smarting, the bottom club at the time, Wealdstone. Not great at all. Then we played Maidstone. Seemed to pick it up a little bit in that one. Gave me a little bit of hope. We did concede again, but we scored 4 goals. Tyrese Sinclair actually did score in that one. He did score against Gateshead as well. A narrow 2-1 in that one. Hartlepool, another very narrow. Are you getting the gist of it now? All very narrow victories these. We're not actually battering anybody at the moment. Which, spoiler, we're still top of the league. I don't know how we're there. Results have not been great. A 3-2 in that one. And then we've just played Oldham away from home. I think we were losing 2-0 in that game. And we came back and salvaged a 2-2 draw. And we just have 2 games of the season left now, Dorking and Southend. And as you can see up at the top there, it's very, very tight. Like I say, 2 games to play with 4 points ahead of Chesterfield, who've been chasing us all season. Gateshead have put on a really good run of late. And they've actually just beaten Chesterfield. I think it was 3 or 4-0, which did us a major favour. But fortunately, Gateshead have not got the points to catch up on us. So that's a good thing. But I think now, if Gobby Gaffer Maths is right, I think we just need 1 point out of the last 2 games and we will be promoted outright and as champions. The transfer window has now shut. It's a strange transfer window in the National League, but it has now shut. And we did sign a goalkeeper and 2 midfielders. So the first lad through the door was 26-year-old Lewis Thomas. Very good goalkeeper, 3.5 star. He's not really, he doesn't have any potential as such, but he's a very, very good goalkeeper. Whether he will take us into Sky Bet League 2 if we get there, I don't know. Louis Molden has come back a little bit quicker from his bad injury, a little bit quicker than we thought, but obviously he's on loan anyway. We won't have him for next season, and I think at this moment in time, Lewis Thomas is going to take us forward. Whether we sign a new goalkeeper in the summer transfer window who will be number 1, I don't know. Because obviously these star ratings at the moment are based on the National League. If we do get into Sky Bet League 2, maybe he'll drop down to a 2.5, 3-star. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. This lad I've been chasing for a while, actually. I did try to sign him a good few months ago and he wouldn't come. He wouldn't even speak to us. But I went in for him again, and Sadou Diallo, 24-year-old defensive midfield player. Very, very good stats for this level. Like I say, I've been chasing him for a good while, but he can pass the ball as well. So we do need some backup in that midfield area. We have been struggling a little bit. Since McDermott went back off his loan in January, it's been a bit of a struggle, and trying to get some rotation in there, it's not been easy. And then just a 1-year contract for 31-year-old Ben Gladwin. Again, another midfield player. He can certainly pick a pass. 14 for technique, 13 for vision. At this level, a lot of experience, and he won't start games for us, but he's definitely a rotational option, and to come off the bench as well. But then again, we have only got 2 games of the season left. Finances now are not looking as good as they were. I've spent all the money that he gave me, so 1.5 million in the bank now, and we're actually £2,000 a week over the wage budget. So I don't know how that's going to affect the summer transfer budgets. I'm not too sure. And the last 2 games of the season are against Dorking Wanderers, who are currently 16th, and the last game will be an away game against Southend, who are 21st. So I'm guessing they're fighting for their lives down there. That will not be an easy game. Okay, surely 1 point out of the last 6 points. Surely that's doable. Surely that's doable. Let's get stuck in and see if we can get that 1 point. A win in the next game and we're champions. And we don't need to worry about anything else. We'll see you in the dugout. Well, welcome to the Crown Oil Arena for the last home game of the season, and any kind of positive result in this game will see us go up into Sky Bet League 2. And the team is the new goalkeeper, Thomas in goal, back 4 of Kenlock, John, Graham and Keowain. We have another new player in midfield. Diallo is playing the ball-winning midfielder with East just behind him. Rodney and Bennett are the 2 wingers. Oscar Kelly picked up a nasty injury, so he won't be playing for the rest of the season now. We have Sonny Hilton as the advanced playmaker today, with Sinclair playing his preferred pressing forward role. Like I say, we just need a positive result in this game. And we're underway. 6 minutes on the clock. Our form has been really iffy in the last few weeks. We have had 2 shots on target, 3 shots now, 1 on target. So we do seem to have started the stronger of the 2 teams. But it looks like, Dorking there, first highlight of the game. But Thomas comes out of his goal. Nice safe pair of hands. And he's now going to bowl this out to one of the central defenders. So Graham now, this is going to go out wide. Keowain down this right hand side. Keowain is going to come back with that, and that was a very poor pass, but fortunately we do win the ball back. Dorking here just giving the ball away, which is great from our point of view. We do need to take advantage of it, and we're going to need to score at least 2 or 3 goals in this game, because we can't keep a clean sheet. We will concede at least 1 in this game. 20 minutes on the clock, and we still haven't found the back of the net. We come back to a corner. Sinclair now on corner duty, and that's 2 headers we've had, and both of them have gone sailing over the top. Those are the kind of chances that earlier on in the season would have been hitting the back of the net. So we come back to a Dorking highlight now. Dorking have pushed everybody forward. If we can nick the ball here and mount a counter-attack, we could be in on goal. But at the moment, we don't seem to be looking like we're going to pinch the ball. A bad ball placement there, though, from Dorking. We have pinched the ball, but we're a little bit slow in our... Maybe need to up the tempo a little bit. We're a little bit slow, and that counter-attack that I was looking for... we've got possession. I mean, that's about as good as you can say about it at the moment. Kenlock down that left-hand side. Diallo now, the new lad. Little ball there to Rodney. Rodney now Nobody's taking any chances. The ball is passed in now. It's all short little passes to feet. Can we find a pass? And that again goes over the top of the crossbar. So all of that nice possession and little passing moves comes to absolutely nothing. Sinclair and with another corner. Can we make this one count? Yes, we can. Sam Graham. And that's a nice, only his second goal of the season, but that's a nice header there from the far post, and Sinclair with a lovely corner there, floated it over straight onto his head. We've got two big men there at the back, and Graham just rises, puts the ball in the back of the net. We're 1-0 ahead, just going into the second half. So I've just give the lads a bit of a pat on the back there at half time. Not spoken to them too much, just, you know, you're doing really well. Keep on what you're doing. If we look at the match momentum here, it's all Rochdale. But I have played games like this in the previous few weeks, and we just can't keep the ball out of the back of the net. So at this moment in time, the pessimist in me is saying this will go to 1-1. I've tried all kinds of things. I've tried lowering the lines, a low block. I've tried playing with two DMs. I've switched the centre-backs around. We just don't seem to be able to keep the ball out of the back of the net. It's months and months now since we had a clean sheet. We do win the ball at the back there, though. At the moment, Dorking are not looking a particularly good side. But we do seem very, very vulnerable, particularly later on in the game. We seem very, very vulnerable to letting that goal go in, and we're just giving the ball away there. And this is typical. Generally, we give the ball away, and even though the opposition are pretty poor, they come away and score. But we do seem to be mopping things up at the moment. Thomas there on 65 minutes passes the ball out to Cameron John Kenlock on this left-hand side. Kenlock you will be seeing again next season, because he's not one of the loan players. He's actually one of ours. And that's very, very poor. I mean, the three players that we signed all came in on free transfers, so they will be with us next season as well, but we didn't pay any money for them. 74 minutes, I've changed both the midfield players. Gilmore and Clayton have come on. We've gone to our third tactic, which is a control possession. We're just going to hold the ball now, and we're just going to try and see this game out if we can. 18 shots, but only 3 on target. It's kind of been the story of the last few months, really. And we're running through now. Time added on, 3 minutes. We're going to get no highlights, full time. And we are actually champions of the National League. And I tell you, it's been very, very nail-biting. The off-camera games that we played were very, very close, very, very tense. But eventually we've done it with 1 game to spare. And here we go. Nice looking trophy as well, if I'm honest. And that gets raised in the air, and there we go, and we get the fireworks, the ticker tape, and that has been a long, hard season. The squad now is at a level that I'm thinking is okay. I'm quite happy with the squad now, the squad size, but obviously we've only got 1 game to play. Most of this season has been played with an undersized squad, and I think these players have done absolutely magnificently. And of course, the assistant is recommended. Champions, time to celebrate. Definitely time to celebrate. We're in Sky Bet League 2. And wouldn't you just know it, Chesterfield, who have run us a real tight race all season. It's been nip and tuck. We win a game, they win a game. We win a game, they win a game. They got beat by Gateshead, and they just lost to Wealdstone, who knocked us out of the cup. Wealdstone, who are fighting a tremendous relegation battle. They've just beaten Chesterfield, and well, we're 7 points ahead of them now. Obviously, we know we've won the that shiny trophy. You know how much the Gobby Gaffer likes a shiny trophy. And there we go. We have the confirmation email. Rochdale win the Vanarama National, and they're picking out. The game of the season was that 7-1 win against Kidderminster, where Tyree Sinclair scored 2 hat-tricks. Absolutely terrific player, although he has gone off the boil a little bit in the last few weeks. And we wait with bated breath. The board's setting the initial budgets for next season. What's this going to be? I literally have no idea. I know what I'd like, but I have no idea what they're going to do. With £2,000 over the wage budget, are they going to give us the same wage budget? Are we going to get a transfer budget? We're certainly going to need one, I think, because Sky Bet League 2 is going to be a very, very difficult league. Let's have a quick look. Well, not too bad. The wage budget has been set at 51,000, so we've definitely got more money than we had this season. And the transfer budget of 285,000. Bearing in mind they gave me 441,000, well, a few weeks ago. Not too bad, and I'm quite impressed by that. Simon, he's my new best friend. And that shiny silverware. You know how much the Gobby Gaffer loves shiny silverware. In my first season at Rochdale, that's absolutely brilliant. The Gobby Gaffer brings glory to Rochdale. It's a long time since Rochdale AFC have seen anything that resembled glory. And back to my friend Simon. The board are absolutely delighted with the VANARAMA national win. And we've actually completed one of the board objectives 1 season in advance. So just the one game to play now. We can all sit and relax now, breathe a sigh of relief. I'll be able to sit there in the dugout with a nice brew and, well, just watch the lads play the last game out. Shall we go and see what happens? We'll see you in the dugout for the last game against Southend, away from home. Well, here we are in Southend for the last game of the season, and we walk out today as champions. The team is unchanged. Thomas in goal, back four of Kenlock, John, Graham and Keowain. Diallo and Easter, the two in midfield. Two wingers, Rodney and Bennett. Hilton is the advanced playmaker with Sinclair up top. And this is very nice. We get a guard of honour. There's me with my fancy blue suit on. Round of applause there from everybody. It's a shame we're not actually bringing the trophy out with us, but there's our captain. Oh, of course we won the league. We're just amazing. That was very, very nice. And hats off to Southend for giving us a guard of honour. Anyway, we get back into the game. Let's not get too big-headed because we've got a tough season next season. Devante Rodney there looked to me like he was fouled, and that is very, very wayward there. Not only did we not get a penalty there, we didn't put the ball in the back of the net. So Southend now with a throw. And it's such a nice feeling this to be very, very relaxed and calm in the dugout. We don't need to worry too much about the result of this game, although it would be nice to go out on a high. Sinclair now with a free kick. We know he can put these in. We've seen it many times this season. But the form that Sinclair's in at the moment, maybe not. But he's floated that one in. We are going to have to make a decision on Tyrese Sinclair as to whether or not we do give him a new contract. I think it would be a shame not to do, as obviously had a little bit of a bad run in the last few weeks. But I think it's well worth having a chat with him. And I think now, yes, Tyrese Sinclair, 30th goal of the season. And there he's saying, come on, boss, give us that new contract. I'm going to sign it now because we've got promoted. We're going into the Sky Bet League 2. He was reserving his options till the end of the season. But look at the way he rose to head that ball in the back of the net. He has been off form recent weeks, but today he's obviously putting himself right in front of me in the shop window and saying, come on, boss, let's have that new contract. So I think we will be speaking to him. Hilton now, Kenlock, fires the ball left-footed into the bottom corner, and that is a cracking goal for 2-0, 22 minutes on the clock. And the ball there hit the crossbar. Sinclair picks up the scraps, and Hilton there just slides it over to Kenlock, and Kenlock says, yeah, I'll have that. So even my fullbacks are getting on the score sheet. We're having a party. It's brilliant. Long throw now on this side here. Kenlock throws the ball into a couple of the big lads. Graham there to Devante Rodney, who fires the ball over the top. A couple of changes at half time. Ferguson's come on at centre back, and Clayton has come on as the DM. So this team could be looking very, very different next season. We have got, whoa, and we're going to get a player sent off there. Kyle Ferguson got sent off, just come on the pitch, and he's been sent off. Okay, I'm not quite sure what we're going to do here now. Well, Diallo is 6'2", so he's going to have to drop in at centre back. So I was just saying there, it probably is going to be a much changed lineup for next season. All the loan players will be going back. Oh, and that would have been a good one if that had gone in. But we do have a lot of players out of contracts, so we will be seeing some new faces next season. I have had the email about the youth players let go by the Premier League clubs, and I took most of them on loan. So we'll be having a look at one or two of those as well. One or two 2.5, 3-star with 5-star potential in there. So maybe one or two of those lads will be coming in. 17, 18-year-old prospects. Bennett there doing some nice work down that side. I mean, that's a shame, isn't it? Did some great work there on that side, and just chasing back, won the ball, and then puts a very, very stray ball forwards. Kenlock there is tidying up at the back. Yeah, it's a shame when a player puts a loose ball through like that after, doing so well in defence. I thought Southend may have put up a little bit of a better fight than this. They are in the relegation area. Maybe they think that they're safe. I haven't really looked at the numbers, but we're 2-0 ahead. Devante Rodney there with... when I played him at centre forward, he used to do that all of the time. That's why he's not centre forward anymore. 72 minutes, last substitution. Gilmore has now come on as the ball-winning midfield player, taken Hilton off. He's done his job, and we just need to coast now into full time. A nice 2-0 win to end the season, and it's funny, isn't it, how when you've actually won the trophy, you can actually sit back and think, you know what, we've got this game won. But maybe Southend might have other ideas, but it's 84 minutes on the clock now. Thomas there with a fairly easy pick out of the air, and he's just going to bowl this ball to Diallo now. Makeshift centre back, but he's 6'2". He can get his foot in. He's a ball winning midfield player, so I think he can slot nicely into centre back. Rodney, ball behind you, that's the one. Kenlock now down this side, slides it in there, and that weirdly doesn't actually reach our striker. Very strange ball that. Southend do get a goal, customary. We don't get a clean sheet again, customary. The clean sheet that we got in the last game is the first clean sheet we got for months. But in this game, again, we've conceded late on, and our right fullback there was claiming for offside, but it wasn't offside. And we don't need to see that again, I don't think. So can we coast into the final whistle with a 2-1 win? 15 shots, 7 on target, but Southend have been no mugs this game. And yes, we do finish the season on a high, and a nice 2-1 win there. Nice work, everybody. That was very, very good. And as we troop off the pitch, all of the nail-biting stuff that we've had all season, where Chesterfield were top at one point, they nicked that lead off us. We've actually finished on 102 points, 7 points ahead of Chesterfield. And there were times this season where I didn't think we'd get promoted. Playoffs, I think, were always a big possibility for us. but I don't like the playoffs. I don't really have a great track record in the playoffs. And with that automatic, only one automatic promotion spot, it was always going to be tough. But in the end, we got there. And as you can see, I've already got a picture of the shiny trophy on my wall. Why not? I love shiny trophies. Okay, so I think we're going to wrap this episode up now. The next episode will be the end of season review, and we'll get stuck into some transfers. I think we're probably going to be looking at a lot of free transfers again. 280,000. It sounds a lot. Actually, it's not that much. Sky Bet League 2 will be tough. And I think next season, if we can get mid-table, top half of the table, I'll be quite happy. I don't think we're going to get playoffs. I don't think we're going to get promoted. But you never know. At this stage, I don't know what players I'm going to be able to bring in. Don't know what these young kids are going to be like. They've got great potential, all these that have been released by the Premier League clubs. So we're going to be definitely having a good look at those and see who we can bring in. And this team now is becoming much more of my team, I feel. I'm not most of the players that I've got now. A lot of the players are players that I brought in. And if we can get a squad with at least 2 players for every position, then I think we'll be in a strong position for next season. And don't forget, the goal of this early part of this grassroots to goal boot save, the goal is to get Rochdale into a position that they've never been in before, and that's the Championship. So we're going to need another 2 promotions from Rochdale, and I'll tell you now, I will be turning down any job offers that come my way, because I want to get Rochdale into the Championship. Once we're there and I've got Rochdale into unknown territory, then we'll start having to think about it. So I'm just going to say thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with it. If you've not already subscribed, please can you do that? Helps the channel immensely. And we are heading for 520 subscribers now. So the next goal is 600. Can we get there? Can we do well with Rochdale next season? Well, we're going to need to, because I want to get them into the Championship. We'll see you very, very shortly for the next episode.